Aries, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channel messages that come through. So let's get into it. We're in Virgo season. Astrologically, things are getting a little more interesting this week. We're building up towards a full moon. Full moon in Pisces. It's actually a lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses focus on internal change. We have three planets in retrograde, outer planets, and Uranus, the fourth, is about to go into retrograde this week as well. So outer planets really deal with our spiritual or those like deeper life lessons that we all navigate through in life. And those things are being challenged, provoked within us to kind of find our courage, find our strength, especially around those things that we might not feel very secure or confident in, etc. And this week is really kind of highlighting places where, again, we need to stand up for ourselves. We had a little bit of time when we first moved into Virgo season where the energy kind of balanced, or it was more mundane. Not a lot of new things were happening. It was just more of the same, the same old stuff over and over and over again that we kind of had to refine and work at. And now we're in this phase where it's like we feel a little bit more suited, more ready to take steps that are actually going to be good for us, right? And so we're going to put that to the test this week. We start off with a lot of fire energy, so there's a lot of desire, a lot of creative juices, inspiration flowing, and the week's going to end with more of that earth element, so bringing it into stability, like bringing it into the real world, how it's actually playing out. And those are because of the changes that we're choosing to make with self. I'm not saying like go after this perfect version of who you want to be. There's always going to be refinement and growth, but just that value of like putting into practice what you've learned and like doing it better for yourself. So you're actually maintaining your own peace and sanity in all the craziness, all the chaos. That's why I like to start off the readings with an energy cleansing, just to set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out those places where you might feel blocked or limited. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, Aries, something that you want Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are just looking for more of a rebalancing of self, your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're taking care of ourselves, when we're honoring, when we're kind of like cleansing out the BS, which is what a lot of health and wellness tools allow us to do, that's really when we're connecting with our ability to like manifest what we want, what we desire, our happiness, our abundance, whatever that looks like for you. And I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up if you're interested. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love. All right, Aries. You might not like the message. Sorry, I shouldn't. But I feel like there's this energy of you being a little bit avoidant, you know? I mean, here's the thing. I'm feeling like there's interest, there's curiosity around something, maybe even like wanting to know more. But I feel either like there's a reason that you're afraid, or you're kind of keeping your distance, or, you know, arm's length, whatever that looks like for you, and trying to distract yourself a little bit, right? With just the daily grunt and grind. I feel like there's something that needs changing. I mean, this is, sorry, I was just about to repeat myself, but this card, Spiritual Messages, is actually just like validating what I just said. And the number 41 I was looking at specifically, it breaks down to that value of where changes need to be made, especially like for your stability, for your own ability to just feel like good in your life. Kind of redundant with a lot of what I've been saying, but the cards never lie, as above, so below. Usually what's happening in the astrology is playing out in real time. It looks like you had to distract. You had to distract yourself, because I feel like you were getting yourself into something that might have been a little bit slippery. And it looks like you're receiving help in the way that you need. Like, it's showing that, you know, like, it looks like you were going down a path that maybe you just didn't want to go down. I mean, and here's the thing, Aries, I feel like you're actually being really smart, wise in this process. As much as you might feel ashamed to some capacity, I don't even, number one, think this is that shameful, but I also feel like this is, it's remembering that by you acknowledging that you need help and support, you're actually doing the smart and the wise thing, right? You kind of knew that something was going to trip you up, basically, is what this is saying. And it looks like you had a heads up. It looks like you've listened to it. And now you're seeking out or putting into play people dynamics that can help support you. And it looks like topically, I'm seeing a lot of success because of that. It's also pushing you to learn those deeper spiritual truths about yourself. It's not specifically about religion. You know, this is more about like our morals, our values, our beliefs, how we uphold those throughout our daily living. You know, there's always places that we can get sidetracked. I heard the devil. I'm not meaning it in the religious context. If we want to look at, like, compare it to the devil and the astrology or the tarot, that's cool. It's more this thing of like vices or things that can like lead us down a dark path or whatever, right? It's when we start getting our toe wet and becoming accustomed. But the root of this is your happiness. And that's what's in your blocked energy right now. Where are you sourcing your fuel? And when we're not receiving, when we're not getting what we need, then we have to go back within to self, to you, to who you are, and recalibrate, essentially. Ayurveda has this term, I love it. It's fairly popular if you're familiar with Ayurveda, but it's called Pragya Aparad. And essentially it translates to the mistake of the intellect. And the biggest mistake in Ayurveda is being disconnected from ourselves. When we're not connected to ourselves, then we do end up making like foolish decisions, right? Consciousness, you know, we can only make choices within our realm of consciousness. And if we don't have that expanded awareness, then we're going to choose more limiting things. And, you know, interestingly enough, you're starting off with this 10 of Swords energy. So something that's happened in the past. And again, this is where I'm really seeing your wisdom. And as I'm saying this, one of the interpretations of 10 of Swords is wisdom gained after struggle. You're using what you have, like what you know, your knowledge in a good way. And I feel like there's something that you're really disappointed around. There's something that you're really disappointed around. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I think there's this part of you that still has to make peace. It's not even like whatever road you were going down or whatever. I feel like it's peace in your heart about like being okay with wanting something else, right? It reminds me of that 10 of Cups card we just saw, where are you getting your emotional satisfaction and fulfillment? And having desires is signaling, it's giving us an opportunity to look at those places because something hasn't fed you. Even though there's a reason why this path looked enticing. There's a reason why there was something about this that was calling to you. And that's going back to this original message of changes that need to be made so you're feeling a little bit more stable and supported in your life. And it looks like someone, whatever you're dealing with, is more cold, sterile, right? Like it's very much a lot of logic and decisions made out of rationale versus using the heart. It almost feels like something that kind of like wants to catch you in something. I feel like you might have said too much in a situation. You're kind of kicking yourself for it, but in some ways, again, it's a good thing because I feel like there was either a lot going left unsaid or what was being said was not productive or trying to hide some element of the truth, not specifically just you, but everyone involved. I mean, it almost feels like one person was just like, well, both of you, I overly divulged. Like that's kind of where it looks like the impasse is right now. Someone's penalizing you in a way for something you said, or maybe even that desire that you had. And it's not what you want. It's not how you want it to go. But at the same time, you're still not feeling safe and protected in that way that you need, right? Like you're still feeling like, I think this is a myriad of things. It's the lies you're believing about yourself, about the situation. We are in this time where we're building in our strength and our confidence, where Pluto moving into Aquarius gives us the opportunity to change and align with more harmonious, kind of fluffy life. Not fluffy, but like it definitely has like very fanciful vibes, you know, it's wish fulfillment, it's creative, it's more expansive, right? It's a life that's allowing us to connect with things that are out off the beaten path, like not normal, so to speak. So society norms is what I should say. And so it's challenging a lot of the norms. It's challenging a lot of the rules, the regulations that we've had in place. And it's challenging us to say, like, how are we going to acclimate? How are we going to honor ourselves and either adjust some of these dynamics that need change? I feel like someone really doesn't want to listen to that, unfortunately. And that's kind of where you're in a rut. I feel like there's other options. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like maybe where you're seeking help, again, there might be some better options, a better source. Sometimes we need to eliminate certain people, certain, like, I don't know, you know, sometimes we kind of just have to sort things out within ourselves first, feel that strength, feel that confidence before we come back to the table to commit, to work through something, etc. There are new beginnings on the horizon, but, you know, all parties, there is this component where all parties, need to be a little bit more open and flexible. I see you moving towards that because your energy wants to. Because where you're at right now doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel comfortable. It feels like, you know, it's not like you're trying to hurt anybody, is what I'm hearing. But someone's interpreting it that way. And as this is getting sorted, again, I think it's wise to maybe choose some outside sources of help. People who are unbiased. You know, sometimes friends are great for opinions and whatever, but sometimes they are a little bit too biased. You know, I always like the idea of like an elderly, someone that we respect, someone that is living that specific area of their life in accordance with what we want, right? If it's a relationship, if this is about business for you, job, money, family, friends, community, that kind of thing. Find someone who has that part of their life put together that you respect, that you admire, and they're like a great source of help, of support. Because I think it's going to save a lot of arguments, a lot of fights. Whomever, whatever this is on the defensive, and they're going to be a little bit difficult, but I think this is about you getting yourself situated and not worrying as much about them. That's also kind of one of the themes right now in the astrology, as annoying as it is. As much as we love to like point the finger at someone else, at the same time, we have to be more self-focused about where those changes and adjustments need to be made. I am going on an adventure. I know that passion is ignited when I create an experience that excites me. And I do feel like this is an adventure. I feel like it's a new phase of something. This could even just be something that's been long lasting in your life, Aries, that's changing a lot, right? We're seeing change all across the board, and it doesn't necessarily have to be ending one thing to start something else. We all experience cycles, especially in long-term dynamics. Remember, you are worthy. I am worthy. I know that I deserve wonderful things. Say it again. I know that I deserve wonderful things. Let that be your mantra, Aries, right? Like, we all deserve, and that's really what we're cultivating right now, that sense of security and empowerment, so we can call in more of the desires of our heart. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true, right? That's what life is about. I am letting go of what you can't control, letting go of trying to make someone something happy or prove your point when they just can't listen or they're not there yet. It doesn't, again, mean it's done and over with, but I feel like this adventure is a little bit more, it's about you, right? Like, it's about you letting go what you can't control. If someone doesn't want to come along, or if they just need to take a sidestep and take a break, whatever, let them do that and do your own thing. That's where that investment in self becomes such a strong foundational support for your well-being, your overall happiness and fulfillment, right? So I hope this helped. Hopefully it wasn't too crazy. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you found messages that resonated here for you. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. Know that I'm sending love and blessings back to you.